All right, welcome in, guys. It is the 13U championship game. Hawaii's Hammerheads taking on the Reed Raiders. 13U. Those rings will go to the team who wins here today in this championship game. We are live from Honker Field, Yuba City High School, Yuba City, California. It is the California Bowl 2021 edition, brought to you by Brent Chris Gray, A2K Sports. My name is Jim Cooley, the voice of champions, joined by my broadcast partner here in the stadium, Rich Andrade, the Highlands announcer. So Reed will kick off. The Hammerheads will receive all the way from Hawaii for the Cali Bowl. And this should be a fun game, guys. So here we go, guys. Reed Raiders, we saw them come up short. Not this team, but the 12U team come up short prior to this game, when they lost to the Parkland Raiders in the 12U division. However, this is 13U. I have not seen this Hawaiian team yet. They played at the other school yesterday, so I haven't had a chance to really get an idea of how they play. And Valdez will kick it off. So here we go. Welcome into the live stream. The ball goes deep outside, right around the 15. That was a great kick. Right around the 15-yard line there.
Eric was the returner.
Looks like we're going to re-kick this. So the Raiders will get a penalty, false start, and they'll back that up. Apologize, not a false start, it went out of bounds. So kickoff goes out of bounds. They'll move them back to the 35, and they will re-kick. Ava Beach, Hammerheads will receive. Two number 12s on the field. So we don't know who's who, guys. It's going to be tough. And, of course, 12 gets it, and he'll cut back to the right and make it up to the 45-yard line, and that could have been either Pacheco or Corpus.
That was Tristan Pacheco on the return for the Hammerheads.
So Tristan Pacheco, according to Rich Andrade, not sure how he knows who is who unless it's on the back of their jersey. Okay, so Pacheco on the kick return. So we're going to tell them apart by their heights from this distance, guys. So Ava Beach returns it to the 45. They will start with a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10.
For the Hammerheads at their own 45-yard line. Once again, this game is televised. Just go to the California Bowl Facebook page. You will find the link to the game.
So the Hammerheads will have the chance to strike first here in the 13U championship game at Cali Bowl 2021. Nice little run up the middle. He battles through a couple tackle attempts. Might get 3 yards out of that. Looks like 4 yards. Call it 4. Pick up a 4. 2nd down and 6 now for Ava Beach.
That was Jace DeGuzman on the carry.
Shout out to Mason Bailey, number 79. Get this out of the sun so I can see what you guys are saying. Shout out to Eric Ganaron LaFuente and his cousins. Thanks for joining us on the live stream, guys. Like to have you in here for this 13U championship game. We had 85 people on the last game's live stream, so let's see if we can match that here shortly. And Ava Beach now looking at a 2nd and 7. We are just under 9 minutes left to play in the first quarter. This game has just begun. The rings are on the line here at the Honker Field. Hand off to number 8. That is De Guzman. So De Guzman will move the chains for Ava Beach.
De Guzman on the carry once again, brought down by Zayden Knight. That is a 1st down for the Hammerheads.
Tackle made by Zayden Knight, but not before the chains are moved.
At the 43-yard line of the Raiders.
So Ava Beach moving in the right direction to start this game off. Aba Beach. Eba Beach. Okay, I got you. You pronounce it Eba Beach. There you go. I like it. Eba Beach. I might just call them the Hammerheads. But that is how you pronounce it. I like that. Thank you, Sarah Chun. When she says Ewa Beach. Oh, you got to get it together. Ewa Beach. So I was right. Rich Andrade was wrong. It is Ewa Beach.
Raymond Maveni on the tackle.
So Maveni makes the tackle for the Reed Raiders. And by the way, I did say Ewa Beach, and now he's saying Ava Beach. You guys are going to confuse me. I'm going to get real mad. You got two people from the town telling me different names.
That's crazy.
So now I'm going to have to ban all the Hawaii people from the stream because you guys are trying to confuse me and make me look bad at my job. So the Hammerheads, 2nd and 11. Thanks for joining us, guys. Thanks for trying to help me. It's just you guys are confusing me now. Mr. Notorious is going to have to fight Sarah Chun to see how to say it. Here comes the snap, shotgun. Hammerheads still have the ball, 2nd and about 11. Handoff. And he is going to get brought down, blown up behind the line of scrimmage for a big loss.
Landon Blue on the carry, brought down by Raymond Maveni.
And Maveni again in on the tackle. And I'll tell you, there's going to be some extra motivation for this 13U team because their 12U team just absolutely got blown out by the Parkland Raiders in just the game prior to this. So these guys are coming on the field with a little chip on their shoulder. They said, hey, Reed Raiders organization is here to win. Our team had a bad outing earlier. You know, it wasn't their day. It's tough. Parkland Raiders are a tough team. But now the 13Us are on the field, and they said, okay, you're in our house now. And the Hammerheads all the way from Hawaii are going to have something to say about that with the ball on the 53rd and about 17. And the ball goes loose, and he's going to lose it. It's going to get picked up by the Reed Raiders, and he's going to advance at 30, 20, 10. Touchdown number 21, Reed Raiders. Unfortunately, a bad snap goes errant, picked up by the Reed Raiders.
Leads to a fumble and is picked up by Lewis Hill of the Reed Raiders, who runs it all the way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Lewis Hill.
So Lewis Hill, number 21, picks up the errant snap that was bobbled with a little miscommunication. He runs it back all the way to the house, and that will put the Reed Raiders on the board early, 6-0, 5 minutes, 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And that's just an unfortunate turn of events for Ava Beach, whatever it is, for the Hammerheads, who were moving up the field quite nicely until they had that play blown up in the backfield, and then, of course, that errant snap. And that's going to be right through the uprights for the extra point, 2 points.
Good by Valdez.
So Valdez sticks it through the uprights and sticks it to the Hammerheads. 8-0, 5:43 left in the first quarter.
At the Cali Bowl.
I love that I'm looking down at the live stream, and all I'm seeing is a bunch of different people telling me a bunch of different ways to pronounce this town. So I shall never move there. Not that you guys would want me. So, guys, it's Jim Cooley, the voice of champions, bringing you all the action from Yuba City High School. We've got a lot more championship football to be played here today. 2 more games after this one, according to my broadcast partner, Rich Andrade. So stick around on the channel. We will have more football coming your way immediately following this 13U championship game. But right now, we still got a lot of football left to play in this one. This one is still undecided, even after the 8 points were put on the board moments ago by the Reno, Nevada team. Watching from New Zealand, I love it, Mary Jane. And I want to say Finayu. Is that Finayu? Mary Jane Finayu? Sarah, I know I'm just messing with you at this point, killing time. Ava Beach, I like it. Mary Jane Finayu, is that how you say that? I'm not mad at you, Sarah. So Tristan on the return. And they'll start with the ball right down around the 25. And as I said earlier in the game prior, these Hammerheads, ooh, Finayu. Finau. Now you're trying to confuse me too. These Hammerheads coming from Hawaii, me being an MMA announcer, I know that's the home of BJ Penn, Kendall Grove, and all those big guys out there. Putting it down for Hawaii in the UFC cage and all over the MMA community. And here come the Hammerheads as they trail 8-0. Shotgun, handoff. Looked like number 8 possibly. De Guzman. On the run. No gain.
De Guzman on the carry, brought down by Charlie Bloomfield. 1 yard loss on the play, second down.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was, Mary Jane. I have a fighter that I announce, and he is Fidanayu, and it's spelled really close to yours, just adds a few letters in there. So the Hammerheads now, 2nd and 11 from their own 24-yard line. Looking to fire back. And another errant snap, but it's picked up quickly. He changes direction, brought down well behind the line of scrimmage. And this Reed Raider defense is doing their job so far today.
I believe that was Adrian Herrera on the tackle.
Oh no, but I just saw some fans walking with 2 giant boxes of pizza. I might have to go claim some of that. Sarah Chun on the way home to San Diego. Says her 2 grandbabies are on Hammerheads, 97 Kamu and 96 Keoki. I like the way you spell them out so I can say them correctly. So the Hammerheads fighting from behind here, 3rd and long. Big handoff to the big man. Takes it outside just a little, turns it up north-south, gets it back to close to the original line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up 4th down from the 25-yard line. Big James, number 79, Mason.
For the Hammerheads.
So 4th down, you expect a punt here with 4th and 10 on this field position. They are on their own 25-yard line, but it looks to me like they're going to go for this. So the Hammerheads making a statement early, not going to back down from a 4th and long. Oh no, he looked to throw it. The receiver was not open. He pumped it twice, tried to scramble, and ends up getting taken down. So Herrera in on the tackle. Unfortunately, the play just did not formulate for them. They knew what they wanted to do. He pumped it twice, could not get his man open, so he tucked it and tried to duck out of the way, and unfortunately Herrera took him down in the backfield, and that'll be a turnover on downs and great starting field position for the Reno team, who lead by 8. And a nice little run there for the Reed Raiders. And that'll be Corpus on the tackle.
Rivera on the carry.
And Rivera
brought down by Travis Corpus.
Will pick up about 4, maybe 3. So 2nd and 7 now. Ganneron, Eric Ganneron, shout out to him, number 1, says Mr. Notorious 808. He's going to get brought down short of a 1st down.
Brought down by De Guzman.
So De Guzman tackles Cordova just short of the 1st down. Oh, he got past that. I stand corrected. He got enough to move the chains, and that'll be 1st and goal from the 9-yard line. Timeout. Timeout charged to the Hammerheads. That'll give me time to tell you guys that there's more football coming your way, more championship games coming here today, including the big 14U game coming up later on. This is 13 and under right now that we are going to decide a champion on. And the winners today, the coaches will go home with those nice Cali Bowl helmets, and the players will go home with those beautiful championship rings. And I really think that Chris Gray does a great job with these trophies and medals and rings and helmets. You know, we always give that helmet out to the championship coaches, and that's something that's real unique to the Cali Bowl, and I like that. I have a good time every year. Right after Thanksgiving, Brent brings myself and Rich out, and we get to watch these youth football players as they grow. We see them in 10U and then 12U and then 13U, and we see them grow not only as football players but as men, and it's really nice to watch each year here at the Cali Bowl. Big snap. He's going to keep it. Drive it up the middle just a little bit. Small gain.
Malafu on the carry. Short gain on the play, brought down by the Hammerheads defense.
So short gain brings up 2nd and goal for the Reed Raiders, who already lead 8-0 with just under 40 seconds left to play in the first quarter. And they will look to punch it into this end zone before they have to walk to the opposite end of the field and try to punch it in down there. And somebody moved. And I like the Lambier flop there.
Flag on the play.
And that's going to go against the defense.
The Hammerheads. Once again, Pongupo gets an Academy Award.
I like the flop. You got to flop. I mean, if you're going to get shoved, you might as well flop. You know, try to make it look like you got knocked down. See what you can get out of it. Instead, that's going to move them right up there and bring up 3rd down and extremely short to the goal. Shout out to right tackle number 50, James. That'll end the first quarter. So we'll shift directions to the other end of the field, and if they're going to punch it into the end zone, it's going to be the other one for the Reed Raiders. And trying to stop that from happening will be the Hammerheads of Ava Beach. And this is going to be a good game, I think. I can feel it. The Reed Raiders lead 8-0 so far, as we are 1 quarter down in this 13U championship game, and a lot more football left to play. Shout out to number 2, Chavez Saragosa Jr. on the Reed Raiders, says Ricardo Chavez. Appreciate you guys joining us here on the live stream.
Sarah Chun, she wants to give a shout out to number 97, Kamu, and number 96, Keoki.
By the way, guys, Rich Andrade is also shooting these shout outs out to the crowd, and I appreciate that, Sarah, for the thank you for the great job announcing. I appreciate that very much. Always try to do my best at the Cali Bowl for these young kids. Never want to take sides. Try to be unbiased. Let it unfold how it unfolds, and right now it is unfolding for the Reed Raiders as they are inside the 5-yard line with 2 chances at this, as we are in 4th down territory for sure for the Reed Raiders. So they're going to have 2 shots at punching this into the end zone and bringing that lead up just a little bit. And that play is going to get blown up.
Miscommunication on the snap leads to Malafu having just to land on it.
Art Williamson trying to fit in all the shout-outs at the same time. Hammer time, Hammerheads, let's go. Shout-out 808, Ava Beach, Da Bailey's, Prescott, Melissa, Coach Joe Pickett, and Du Bois, number 79, Mason Bailey.
Says Hammer time, Hammerheads, let's go. Shout out to the 808 Ava Beach, Da Bailey's, Prescott, Melissa, Coach Joe Pickett, and
So timeout charged to the Reed Raiders.
Bailey.
So the Reed Raiders want to talk it over as they have one more shot at this end zone. And it's fourth in the goal, but it's 4th and 5 technically because they need 5 yards. So this is it. They're going to have one shot at it, and they want to talk about it. And I like how the Hammerheads blew up that last play and sort of took away some of that momentum that the Reed Raiders had going for themselves. Shout out to number 69, Boom Boom Jackson on the Reed Raiders, says Paul Tawatolo. Coach Tad is watching, Hammerheads. So after talking it over on the sidelines with their coaches, I'm interested to see what the Reed Raiders are going to choose to do. They've got 4 wide receivers lined up, 4 receivers lined up. He's going to go right away to the left side there, and he's going to drop it. Great defense. So turn over on downs at the 5-yard line, And it was looking pretty bleak right there for the Hammerheads, who put on a defense display in those last 2 downs and shut down the Reed Raiders, and they'll take over at their own 5-yard line.
For the Hammerheads.
Shout out to my son, number 1, Ganaron Lafuente, says Uni Michelle Ganaron. And I like that. You know, the Reed Raiders scored earlier, and the Hammerheads took that and learned from it. And then when the Reed Raiders got back into the red zone, the Hammerheads were able to use what they'd learned from the first drive down the field and use that for their defense to stop the Reed Raiders the second time, force a turnover on downs. And now let's see what the Hammerheads can do with a little tiny bit of room to work here. You got to avoid that safety. You got to get the ball out of there quickly. You want to hand that off and try to get something up the middle and just kind of pick up 5-6 yards and just get out of that danger zone. But I really like the adjustments made by the Hammerheads defense to stop the Reed Raiders. A lot of teams, after they've already been scored on, that's the run they needed, getting them all the way up to about the 12. And the Hammerheads having already been scored on, sometimes that can deflate you when they get back into the red zone, but they didn't let that happen. Iva Beach. Now it's Iva Beach. Now I got another guy telling me a different way to pronounce it. Tad, they did. They won that Battle of the Trenches. And I really liked, like I said, I like the adjustments they made. Because a lot of teams, after they're scored on in the red zone, they get a little timid down there, but not the Hammerheads. They said, bring it. We'll stop you right now. And they did. They blew up that 3rd down, and then they were able to break up that pass on 4th down. Thank you, Art Williamson. I appreciate you. So here come the Hammerheads, 2nd and about 4. After that nice run, he's going to keep it, and he's going to break up the middle to the 30, the 40, the 50. They're gaining on him. He's got to turn on the nitrous. 30, 20, 10, and he's brought down inside the 15, but what a run. The Hammerheads are here.
A huge run by A.J. Latua.
So A.J. So Latua, A.J. Latua, number 23, with an amazing run.
Timeout taken on the field.
And, you know, he got a little tired there because it was such a long run. I mean, it was almost a 100-yard dash, and he got caught from behind, unfortunately, but not before the damage was done. The Hammerheads go from basically the 20, their own 20, all the way down to the opponent's 10, and now they are threatening in the red zone, and let's see what the Reed Raiders defense can do against this offense. And we are joined in the booth by the man behind the Cali Bowl, Brent Chris Gray. So Brent Chris Gray is in the booth, guys. We have a timeout. Come over here, Brent. Let's talk for a second. The Reed Raiders, obviously one of the most dominant teams in this tournament. We've seen it throughout the years. However, this Hawaii team is for real. Ava Beach, they are here, and they just had an amazing run, bro. They were able to stop the Reed Raiders inside the red zone. What have you heard about this Hawaii team?
Absolutely. The funny thing about it is I was on vacation in Hawaii, and there was a coach. The coach was in the store at the same time I was. He was asking me about the California Bowl, and I told him I'm the tournament director. So with that contact, we were able to do some things. We're glad to see them. We expect them to bring all 4 of their teams next year. They're a great team for the California Bowl.
Absolutely, man. And I guess, tell you what, they can play. A.J. Latua just had an amazing run, one of the best runs of the Cali Bowl in 2021. And here they go now, fresh set of downs from the 10-yard line. Let's see what they can do in the red zone. Thanks for stopping by, Brent Gray. Oh, and the ball goes errant. I think he got it back, but high snap there. He drops it. They'll lose about 2 yards on that play.
Miscommunication on the snap leads to a fumble, but it is
Chee-hoo!
quarterback.
Chee-hoo!
Then he was brought down by Elijah Herbert and Drayton Cordova.
Family watching all the way from Auckland, New Zealand.
A 2-yard loss, bringing up 2nd down and goal for the Hammerheads.
So the Hammerheads go in the wrong direction. after that errant snap. But, man, they are looking great. So the Hammerheads now. There's a snap direct. And that is a big dude, A.J. Latua, running up the middle. And he's the guy who got him all the way down here into the red zone, and they'll go back to him.
For a 3-yard gain brought down by the Raiders defense. That brings up 3rd down and goal.
I love you could tell all the Hawaiians in the chat, man. They got that yes sir, all that stuff they got going on there. All the pronunciation, not never mind, it's never mind. N-E-V-A. I need to go to Hawaii. I need to go surfing in Hawaii. I think that's my next excursion as I watch these Hammerheads play. Oh, and he's going to bull right through 2 of them, but they're going to probably get him down here, and that's going to bring up 4th down, but they're definitely in 4th down territory.
I believe I seen a penalty flag on the play.
So flag down.
Brought down by the Raiders defense.
And Fat Boy's in the house all the way from Utah. Fat Boy Oza. So the flag is down. Let's see how this works out. The Hammerheads are going to need a break here. So they pick the flag back up. There is no penalty on the play. So 4th down territory for sure here for the Hammerheads. And they're going to need to make something happen here. 4th and goal from the 11-yard line. They need 11 to get 6. 11 for 6. They are down by 8. So the Hammerheads need to turn it on here. We know they can break for big plays. Pass up the middle. Unfortunately, it's dropped. And, man, he had broad daylight to get into the end zone.
The middle falls incomplete. That was Reese Pickett who dropped the ball.
Unfortunately, number 17, Pickett, was not able to hold on.
1st and 10 for the Raiders at their own 11-yard line.
And what you saw there, guys, is a young kid, 13 years old. And what happens is at that age, you see the end zone. There's no one in front of you. And before you catch the ball, you start that turn into the end zone because you're thinking, man, I got this touchdown. And so unfortunately for Reese Pickett, he got the ball, but he had already turned to go toward the end zone and it fell out of his hand. So he needed to make that catch first and then take that first step. Unfortunately, he put the carriage before the horse there, and now breaking free. He's got a hold of him, though. He's going to get all the way down to about the 33-yard line.
On the carry, brought down by Pickett, but that is a Raiders.
Spanish Spring Cougar Camp is behind the Reed Raiders after that big run that'll move the chains all the way down to the 29-yard line. So a big run there from Reed. And what I was trying to say for Reese Pickett, he didn't do anything wrong necessarily. He just saw the end zone and he wanted it, and he just turned a little bit too early. But now it's the Reed Raiders on the move. They lead by 8. Fresh set of downs from the 29-yard line. Did they get drawn, or is it an offsides?
Penalty flag on the play.
I saw him point at the offense. I think that's going to go against the Reed Raiders.
Against the Raiders, bringing up 1st down and 15.
So 1st and 15 now as they lose 5 to the penalty, the false start penalty, drawing the Hammerheads off there, but they moved. So nice break there for the Hawaii team. Shotgun formation again. Looking to the outside. Gets his man. Cuts up the middle. Finds he found a thread there. And he's able to break through.
Brady Hummel catches the pass.
So Hummel on the reception.
Finally brought down by Landon Blue.
And we saw big number 49, Landon Blue, make that tackle. Hummel, though, gets it moved up quite a bit.
2nd down and about 1 for the Raiders.
Picks up about 90% of what they needed there. Handoff. Up the middle, finds a hole. He's gone. He's got 2 men to beat. Look at this run. Unbelievable. The 20, the 10. The Reed Raiders have struck again. Touchdown.
Jason Rivero with the touchdown Raiders.
So Jason Rivero breaks at least 3 or 4 tackles. Jason breaks at least 3 or 4 tackles on his way into the end zone, but once he broke, he was Secretariat all the way to the end zone, and no one was going to catch him. But I'll tell you, I thought they had him down around the 40, but he was able to break that tackle and break free, and that was a heck of a run by a young kid. Heads up, moving around, finding the holes, and indeed breaking tackles, and now they'll try to kick another one through. And that's going to go right through the uprights for another one. 2 for 2 for Valdez.
Valdez with another 2-point conversion for the Raiders.
16-0. Reed Raiders as they stomp the bleachers outside. We thought we were having an earthquake here in California. I'm sure the Hawaii people were freaking out. They thought they were in an earthquake. And Brent Chris Gray, my boss, is bringing me water. He's my new best friend. And then he brings Dr. Pepper that I'm not allowed to drink. What a jerk. Yeah, I know. Where's mine? Just ketchup. Just ketchup. Come on, man. Listen, I'm at work here. Just ketchup.
I want everything on mine.
Just ketchup.
Everything.
See, this is how you talk to your boss at work. Keep that in mind. You just tell him how to get your food. That's what you do. And when you get fired, do not call me. Jim Cooley, the Voice of Champions. You can find me on Instagram at Voice of Champions. And we are at the 2021 Cali Bowl. Myself and Rich Andrade bringing you guys all the action here today. Thank you for joining us on the live stream. Shout out to number 69, Boom Boom Jackson of the Reed Raiders. And we need to send that over the intercom as well. Shout out to Boom Boom Jackson, number 69. Their uncle is watching from Miami, Florida. Okay, but he's just telling you, so just say it. Boom Boom Jackson. His uncle's watching from Miami, Florida. Here comes the kick from the Reed Raiders, and it's a monster. Over his head. And it's going to go out of bounds. Flag down.
Kickoff goes out of bounds, hence the reason for the penalty flag.
Baby Piao and Rick James.
Was the returner.
See, now you got me wanting to say I'm Rick James. I'm going to leave that alone, but so obviously my broadcast partner was not going to leave it alone. I decided not to do it.
That's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Reed Raiders for kicking it out of bounds. That's going to move them back to the 35-yard line.
Hey, Tate, I appreciate that, brother. I'm doing my best. I'm an MMA and boxing announcer. I just do football once a year. Not like my buddy back here who does football all year long. But I do my best for this Cali Bowl every year, live stream, bringing it to you guys. And after the 5-yard penalty, he will kick again. But with that leg, I don't know that 5 yards is going to make too much of a difference. Monster kick right here for Valdez. He's the guy who's kicked 2 through the uprights today. The only 2 that have gone through the uprights at the Cali Bowl on this field. And there's another big boomer. And this time, Pacheco's going to pick it up. And here comes Tristan Pacheco. The little guy's got the ball, and he's going to get it all the way up to about the 37-yard line. I'm sorry, the 33-yard line.
Tristan Pacheco on the return, brought down by Cordova. That'll bring up first
Rick
down
James, number 50,
for the
Ofa'atu.
Hammerheads.
All these Hawaiian names remind me of all the Samoan names. All these Islander names. I need some cool Islander name. You guys give me a Polynesian name. Give me an Islander name. Make one up for me. I'm going to use it. Watch. Not you guys. The people at home. These guys are actual Islanders. So here we go, guys. The Hammerheads will take over at the 34-yard line. Fresh set of downs. Need to find a way to get through the defense of the Reed Raiders and get down that field as they did earlier. We saw a big run earlier on from Latua. Brought down hard there after a 1-yard gain.
Blue on the carry, brought down by Hill. 1-yard gain on the
Tongan, there you go. Tongan. So Tongan, Samoan, Kimo Leopoldo. He's a good fighter. My battle buddy in the Army was also Tongan. His last name was Lutu. And he was huge, and I used to have to carry him around when my drill sergeant got mad at me. So now I'm mad at all you Islanders now that I'm remembering carrying that big dude around. Because I know everybody in this live stream is huge. Super strong. Here we go, guys. 2nd down and 9. The handoff was faked. It went to someone else. He got up the middle. Maybe got a yard out of that. So the Hammerheads pulling all the tricks out of the toolbox.
Carry up the middle, brought down by the entire
So timeout, Hammerheads. They want to talk it over. 16-0, 1 minute, 18 seconds left to play in the half here at the Cali Bowl. Northern California, Yuba City High School. It is Honker Field. Jim Cooley, the voice of champions, bringing you all the action. More championship football coming your way today. We are almost at halftime, and we will take that brief break before we come back with the second half of this 13U championship game, and then we got 2 more right after that. We can call you Chemo. That means James and I like that. I like it. Chemo. I like that. I'm going to take it. I don't know how I'm going to say that last name. Polo Lautama. Polo Lautama. Polo Lautama. Chemo Polo Lautama. I'll take it. That's my name now. Watch that. I'm going to change my Instagram and everything. You're going to see my name on ESPN the next Friday Night Fights, and that's going to be my name. Chemo Polo Lautama. All right, so after the timeout, it'll be 3rd down and about 8 from the 36-yard line of the Hammerheads. You'd like to see them get a big break here, pick up some big yardage. They need some big chunks right now to try to get down this field and try to punch something in before this halftime. He's going to pass it deep. He's wide open. Unfortunately, he underthrew him, and it's picked off by number 11 of the Reed Raiders. But, man, if that pass had landed to number 1. And that pass was intended for Eric Ganneron, and, man, did he have a step. And if Ganneron had gotten to that ball, that would have been 6 for sure. Unfortunately, it was picked off by number 11. The play was drawn up nicely. Ganneron got wide open. There was literally no one within 10 yards of any direction of him. Unfortunately, the pass just a little bit underthrown and tracked down by number 11.
Penalty flags on the play.
So flags are down. 36 seconds left to play. Shaping up to be a good second half, as we can see that the Hammerheads are coming alive here toward the end of this first half. Shotgun, he's back. 88 makes the catch just inside the 30-yard line. So Hummel again in on the action as he catches that one. And it looks like he's going to move the chains. So a fresh set of downs now for the Reed Raiders with 7 seconds left to play. They're going to need to make something happen right here, right now. Seven seconds, 16-0 Reed Raiders. So they are not going to move the chains. Correction. Although really the first down doesn't really matter at this point. They have 7 seconds. They're either going to get it into the end zone or they're not. You got to wonder, though, how far their kicker can kick, because he's got a boot on him. And now it's looking like he is going to go for a field goal. No way. From the 35-yard line, this would be unbelievable at the age of 13 years old. A 45-yard kick for a 13-year-old. And, man, it had the distance. He was just off to the left. So no good.
5-yard kick attempt is no good.
So here we go, guys. End of the second half. Jim Cooley, the voice of champions. The Reed Raiders lead 16-0 over the Hammerheads of Ava Beach. And unfortunately, that field goal didn't go through. I would have loved to have seen a 13-year-old kick a 45-yard field goal, but didn't quite get it in. It was a little off to the left. But it's been a great game so far. I'd like to see how the Hammerheads are going to make some adjustments here at halftime and come out and change up their strategy a little bit against the Reed Raiders, who have been on a run here at 16-0 as we head into halftime. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back with the second half of football here very shortly. I'm live? All right, guys, welcome back into the Cali Bowl. I'm here with my new friend. What's your name?
Serenade all the way from all the way from Kapolei.
Okay, there you go. She just taught me how to say it. It's Eva Beach, right?
Yes.
So if anybody else yells at me, I can blame you, right?
All right.
All right, so this is my new buddy right here.
On our side was blaming you for saying.
I know. Eva Beach, okay? All right, high five. Thank you. All right, so here we go, guys. We are back. I now know how to say it. It's Eva Beach. So here we go, guys. The Hammerheads of Eva Beach will kick off to the Reed Raiders, who lead 16-0 as we start the second half of football.
Yes, for us Hawaiians, it's more like that for us. So.
Army strong. Art Williamson, that is correct, my friend. 11 Bravo, first Ranger bat.
Goes down
Who?
to the 47-yard line.
My brother is.
So am I don't have a feed here, though. Yeah, see, I just needed this little girl to come in the booth and teach me how to speak.
This little girl came up to the booth to let me know I was pronouncing Eva Beach incorrectly.
All right, guys, so here we go. The Reed Raiders have the football. They lead by 16. Ball is placed at the 46-yard line. Up the middle. Going to have to stop him here. Cuts to the outside. Finds a hole in the middle. All the way up to the 35-yard line.
Raviro on the carry.
Oh, so Boom Boom is the nickname for Charlie Bloomfield. That makes
Brought down by the Hammerheads at the 32-yard line.
Thank you. Number 8, De Guzman. Number 28, Agato. So here we go, guys. Reed Raiders with a fresh set of downs as they move the chains. And he's going to run to the outside, cuts back up the middle all the way down to the 25-yard line. And this Reed Raiders running game is firing on all cylinders here in this 13U championship game from the Cali Bowl.
Malafu on the carry.
Tad, thank you. Thank you, the voice of champions. I appreciate that, brother.
Brought down by chance.
Unknown 808 says, why not shout them all out? Hammerheads. Makes sense. So second down and short now, about 2. Shotgun formation. Handoff again, straight up the middle. He's going to find the first down as they move the chains one more time all the way down to the 20-yard line.
Once again brought down by chance. That is a first down for the Raiders at the 20-yard line.
So the graphics are still up on the screen that we're at halftime. So fresh set of downs from the 20-yard line back into the red zone as the Reed Raiders, the defense of the Hammerheads of Eva Beach, will now have to pitch a shutout here, and it goes to number 4 on the outside up to the 10. And he's going to step out of bounds right around the 11-yard line.
Herbert with the reception. Pushed out of bounds by Reese Pickett.
So the Raiders threatening again. 2nd and 1 from the 11. Going to go to the outside. He's going to throw it behind him. He came back, and it looked like he caught it for a 1-yard gain. No, they're going to say he did not catch it.
Incomplete. Intended for Dayton Daxon.
And he came back to try to catch that as the pass was thrown well behind him. Almost got back and got it, but they're going to rule that incomplete, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 1 from the 12. Actually, it looks like they're spotting it at the 11, but he's got the down marker all the way back at the 12, and there's a handoff. 17 is going to drag him up the field, and it looks like enough for a first plus. That's going to bring up 1st and goal for the Reed Raiders of Reno, Nevada. 16-0, 7 minutes left to play in the 3rd quarter. Reed Raiders in the lead and driving up the field.
The 9-yard line by the Hammerheads.
1st and goal from the 9-yard line. in motion, and he'll get the call. He's going to cut around the outside, turn the corner. He's going to go north-south. He's going to try to jump over him. Touchdown, flag down. But he leaped over him, hurtled into the end zone.
Hummel takes it all the way down to the right-hand side, hurdles a defender, goes into the end zone. We do have a penalty flag against the Raiders that will negate the touchdown by Hummel.
And that is too bad, as Hummel.
I believe that was a holding call against the Raiders.
And I saw that hurdle coming.
10-yard penalty from the point of the foul.
The defender was going low, and I saw Hummel start to bring that right leg up, and I said he is going to jump over him, and he did. Hurtled right into the end zone. Unfortunately, it's taken away from him, but you can't take away the highlight. The highlight will still be there. That's gonna be on there for a while. Unfortunately, we still have the graphics up on the screen. I know you guys probably can't see it. Oh, here we go. Maybe I'm just way behind on the stream. There's a pass to the right. I'm just way behind on the stream, I think.
Pass is complete to Dayton Daxon.
So the penalty saves the touchdown for now for the defense of the Hammerheads.
I believe that was Tristan Pacheco on the tackle. That brings up second down at the 16-yard line.
So second down and goal from the 16. 16 to go for 6. They are up by 16, as you can see on the scoreboard here in the third quarter. 22 is going to cut up the middle, and he's going to get brought down around the 11-yard line by Corpus. So Corpus on the tackle.
That brings up third down for the Raiders.
So 11 to go for 6, third down and goal. And they're going to bring out, they take out of the game the big nose tackle. See what they got planned here. It's going to go off to the side again. Cutting back. Big change. We got a flag down. That looks like it might be a holding call.
Hummel takes it into the end zone once again, and once again, there is a penalty flag on the play, this time for blocking the back against the Raiders.
So poor Hummel.
That is a 10-yard penalty from the point of the foul.
So poor Hummel has now found the end zone twice. Brady Hummel has found the end zone twice, and unfortunately they've both been called back. So Hummel doing everything he can to get the Raiders into the end zone, and the Raiders doing everything they can to negate Brady Hummel's touchdowns. So unfortunately, after the block in the back, they're going to go all the way back to the 21-yard line. Third down and goal, 21 to go for 6. And he's looking deep, and it's going deep, and it's going to be, ooh.
Pass falls incomplete, intended for Hummel.
Golden Foot Fuentes kicked a 48-yard. Golden Foot Fuentes kicked a 48-yard field goal yesterday, 11 years old for the Raiders. And we were talking about him in the booth earlier today. Rich Andrade and myself were talking about Golden Foot Fuentes and how amazing he is. And now we find out at 11 years old he kicked a 48-yard field goal yesterday. So that tells you this kid's going to the NFL one way or another. We were asking, by the way, guys, Paul, looks like Tautolo, since you're giving us that information, does Golden Foot play soccer? That was a question that we had up in the booth, if Fuentes played soccer as well as football. Shout out to number 17 for the Raiders, by the way, from John Salunga, the real ball runner. Let's go. So let us know if Fuentes plays soccer.
I have a shout out on the live feed. It's number 17. It's Ili Peoa.
So right now, the Raiders were threatening and actually punched it into the end zone twice. Both were called back on penalties. Now it is 4th and goal from the 21, and it looks like they're going to go for it. I'm surprised they're not bringing out their kicker to give him another shot at this. Picked off, interception, Hammerheads, cuts back. body slams the defender.
Pass was intercepted by Lyric Anui. Anui brings it out to the 11-yard line.
So
The
Anui
Hammerheads will have first
intercepts the
down and
ball
10.
in the red zone. And it would have been a turnover on downs regardless, but it's nice to pick up that interception. You almost think, if you think from a strategy-wise, you almost think you want to let that ball hit the ground since there's no one there, and then you get the ball all the way back at the 21. So you have the ball. The interception's great, but you really do lose 10 yards in the process. Although if he runs it back, it's even better. So it turns out that Golden Fuente's main sport is soccer, and that makes sense. Nice interception there from Anui. Lyric doing his job there on the defense. And now the Hammerheads take over from Eva Beach. Ooh, and the high snap again. They've got to work on that. That's something that's plagued them throughout this championship game is those high snaps. And that was Kainoa. No, I stand corrected. Tristan Pacheco on the carry. So Golden Fuentes, in addition to kicking a 48-yard field goal yesterday, also had 2 interceptions. So the kid is a monster.
Do have a special shout out to Kainoa DeCanto of the Hammerheads from our live stream.
So the Hammerheads pick up 1. It'll be 2nd and 9, and they need to make something happen on the offensive side of the football. They have shown that they can stop the Reed Raiders. Now they have to show that they can score. And that's going to be important here. Coming up the middle, he's going to get taken down early. Gets about back to the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Anui on the carry.
That'll bring up 3rd and 9
Brought down by Laura
for Eva
Berger
Beach.
Medline. That brings up 3rd down for the Hammerheads.
So 3rd and long for the Hammerheads. Need a big play here. Shout out to number 63, Xavion Fa'aola. Xavion Fa'aola. So 3rd and 9. Big snap. He's going to keep it. They're going to blow that one up in the backfield. And that's going to take it to 4th down. And you expect to see a punt here at this field position.
Latua on the carry. It was brought down by Herrera as well as Cordova.
And it's going to be a timeout, Hammerheads. So if they're going to call timeout here on 4th down, they must be contemplating going for it. Now, if we look at the clock, it's 1 minute 43 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. And then we have the 4th quarter as well. But realistically, if they're calling a timeout here, they're thinking about going for it.
The 11U Reed Raiders team yesterday, one of their players, Golden Fuentes, kicked a 48-yard field goal as an 11-year-old. 48-yard field goal for Fuentes. And he also had 2 interceptions.
So this is big right here because if the Hammerheads choose to go for this, and it does make sense to me on some level because they are down by 2 scores, and there is only 1 quarter left to play. We have about a minute and a half left in this quarter, but you're looking at turning over the ball on downs should you not succeed inside the red zone to a team that's proven they can get into the end zone. So it's a tough proposition. However, you're coming off of a series where you were able to stop the Reed Raiders from scoring, so you have that sort of momentum for your defense, but still, this is a big play should they choose to go for it here.
For number 63, Xavion Fa'aola.
And you got to give them credit if that's what they choose to do. It looks like they have their kicker out on the field, though, so it looks like, well, I don't know what this is. And they're going to run a screen pass, and it is not going to work. So turnover on downs. It was a big gamble, but it's sort of a gamble where it's a big gamble, but it's a big payoff. But it's also a big downside because now you've turned the ball over, and you're all the way back inside the red zone with a team that's proven they can score. So, again, though, they do have the momentum of stopping the Reed Raiders in the prior possession. So let's see if they can do it again. And again, I always give a team credit when they try like that. I mean, it is a short game, running clock. So, minute 26 seconds left in this quarter, and they are just going to put all of that pressure on their defense to stop the Reed Raiders again after going for it on 4th down in this field position. So let's just see if their defense can pick up where they left off and continue to stop these Reed Raiders from getting in. Let us not forget, though, that the Raiders did punch it in twice, but the penalties brought them back. So here's a handoff up the middle. He's got room, sees daylight, cuts outside, touchdown Reed Raiders. And the gamble does not pay off for the Hammerheads as they give up 6 more to the Reed Raiders. But it was a heck of a try, and it was a gutsy move on the part of the coaches to go for that. So Rivero punches it in.
Raiders.
And tough pill to swallow, because when you're making that decision to go for it on 4th down from the 11-yard line, you're thinking, okay, if I can make this, we can get ourselves back in this football game. You don't want to see this happen. You're hoping your defense can stop them. But you know what? Gutsy call by the Hammerheads. And the Reed Raiders are a tough football team. Let's see what this guy can kick another one through the uprights. And they're going to – that looked like it was on purpose. I really believe that was on purpose.
The extra point attempt is good by Romeo Valdez.
The ball holder didn't even attempt to touch the football, so I don't know. I could be wrong, but it looked like a trick play. Shout out to number 23, A.J. Latua. It's his birthday. Happy birthday, A.J. Latua, who had a great run earlier on, by the way. Really showing himself all over the football field today to be a tremendous football player. Great athlete.
We just got a shout out. Apparently, it is A.J. Latua's birthday today. So happy birthday, A.J. Latua of the Eva Beach Hammerheads, all the way from Oahu, Hawaii.
So whether it was a bad snap or a trick play, either way it results in a 1-point extra point. So it is 23-0 with 59 seconds left to play in this quarter. We still have 1 full quarter of football left to play in this 13U championship game. Coming up next, we have more championship football for you, 2 more games, including the 14U game. And don't forget, the coaches today will leave, the winning team will leave with that Cali Bowl helmet, and the kids will get their hands on those rings. So it's going to be a great day for one of these 2 teams, and right now it's looking like it's going to be the Reed Raiders. But we really want to thank the Cali Bowl, myself, Rich, everybody would like to thank the team from Hawaii, Eva Beach, for coming all the way out here to compete in the Cali Bowl, making it all the way to the championship game. Super proud of these guys, and that was a long way to travel. In fact, it's the furthest that any team has ever traveled to play in the Cali Bowl. So big shout out to the Hawaii team. And here they come. Up the middle, little guy finds some room all the way across the 35 as he continues to move forward to the 39. Looks like the ball came loose, but he was able to pick it back up.
On the carry for the return, bring it out to the 38-yard line.
I know when I was 12, 13 years old that kids weren't this big. Shout out to Latte Piao. She's probably eating on the bench. That's dirty. John, you're dirty, bro. What kind of snacks do you think she has? You think she'll bring me some? I like snacks. Food is always good. I'm on 4,500 calories a day. Here come the Hammerheads. Another high snap, and that really does affect the offense. They've got to work on that snapping. 88 just shoves the little man down, but then he goes over and helps him back up, and I like the sportsmanship. So Eric Ganneron, one of the littler players on the field, just gets manhandled by number 88, but then he gets picked up, handshake. Love the sportsmanship from number 88 on the Reed Raiders. And I love the fact that little tiny Ganneron jumped right back up and said, all right, let's go. And definitely the smallest player on the field, and he doesn't care. Probably has the biggest heart. Scores wrong on the...
That will bring us to the end of the third
Oh, no, it's
quarter.
not. So the end of the third quarter, it is 23-0, and the Hammerheads trail the Reed Raiders by 23, and we're going to look to see if the Hammerheads can come back, put some points on the board, make a good showing here as they came here all the way from Hawaii for this tournament and made themselves known and got into the championship game. So it's been a great game thus far. Just a lot of Reed Raiders action, and the Hammerheads doing what they can, playing hard.
Remind you that there is no smoking of any kind whatsoever inside the stadium or on the school grounds. If you get caught, you will be escorted immediately out of the stadium. You should know better than to smoke around our youth. He kind of turned around and looked at me, shoved it in his pocket real quick.
Those are two options that I would say. That's what I'm going to say. I'm actually curious how far I could throw Eric Ganneron. How much does that kid weigh? Mom, you're on the stream. Michael Ganneron's on the stream. Somebody tell me how much that kid weighs. I want to know. 73.
Chance on the carry.
Chargaloff. Chance Chargaloff on the carry.
Bring up third down for the Hammerheads at their own 36-yard line.
So the Hammerheads. Chargaloff. Chargaloff. That's got to be it. We'll see. We'll get yelled at in a second for how we have. No, that's all right. I like getting yelled at. I can learn new names. It's my job. Here we go, guys. 3rd and long now for the Hammerheads. And again with the high snap, but he's able to grab it. He's going to move up the middle, and that's a big dude knocking those people over on the way in.
AJ Latua on the carry up the middle.
Mr. Notorious, 90 pounds. That's what he weighs.
Down by Raymond Mavetti.
I like it. I like it.
Down for the Hammerheads.
Well, I bench 405, so I could probably throw Eric Ganneron. I don't know how far. I might throw my back out though. 90 pounds though. He's out there just competing with these big dudes. I love it. I love the heart from Eric Ganneron. You might be putting something on it at 90 pounds though. I might have to weigh that kid. All right, here we go. Hammerheads with a 4th and not too long. Nice pass. First down, Hammerheads. I like it. They are not giving up, down 23-0. And they move the chains to the big man.
Up the middle for a Hammerheads first down.
Yeah, he is fast, definitely. Little number 1, Eric Ganneron's a speed demon. I like that. And that was a great pass, by the way, right there to the big man up the middle. I like that they moved the chains. They're continuing to move forward. They know it's going to be a tough proposition to get 3 scores, but they'd like to get something on the board. And they continue to drive and gut it out. And up the middle again, he finds a hole. He's going to break all the way up to the 35-yard line, and here come the Hammerheads.
Up the middle for Chance, getting the first down for the Hammerheads, brought down by the Raiders at the 35-yard line.
And I don't think I've said Chance Charkovalov's name all day, and all of a sudden he's been involved in almost all these plays on this very successful drive by the Eva Beach Hammerheads.
Chance again.
And it's Chance again up the middle, and this time he's got room. And now he's going to bring them all the way up down toward the 20.
Again on the carry, getting another Hammerheads first down.
And I would love to see these kids from Hawaii put some points on the board. I think that would be great for the game. 7 minutes, 42 seconds left to play. And a fresh set of downs again. And the Hammerheads have turned it on. And Chargaloff again.
Chance once again on the carry, this time bringing the ball down to what looks like the 19-yard line. Timeout taken by the Raiders.
So the Hammerheads are on the move, and the Reed Raiders cannot figure out how to stop them. So they want to stop and talk it over. They lead 23-0, but you know what? The way these guys are driving down the field with Chance, there's a chance they could come back here. You like that double entendre? I know I did. But I'm just saying, when you get the Reed Raiders worried and they start calling timeouts to try to figure out how to stop you, that means you're doing something correctly, and I like that. So, guys, it is 7 minutes, 17 seconds left to play. 2 more championship games coming your way today from Yuba City Honker Field. Yuba City High School, thank you to Yuba City High School for hosting us. A2K Sports, the Chamber of Commerce here in Yuba City. Brent Chris Gray always puts on a great event. If you're another team watching and you didn't get to come out to Cali Bowl this year, we hope to see you next year. You can talk to some of these coaches and the experiences that they've had, and Cali Bowl really does it right. These players will leave with championship rings, and I think that's really awesome. Is there any high school kids playing? I don't know. I might get down there and play. I'm, 260? I'm almost as big as some of these kids. So 1st and 5. Whistle blown. Not sure what we're going to get here.
I believe we have a penalty flag on the field.
So flag down. I didn't see what happened. Be honest with you guys. The way I'm looking through the window right here, there's a big reflection, so I can't really tell what's happening.
Hammerheads.
Looks like that's going to back them up to the original line of scrimmage. And it looks like it's 2nd down, not first. So the down marker guy, again, throwing me off my game. So 2nd down and 10. And the whistle blows again. Yeah, the sun is in a terrible spot for our producer, our cameraman, and, of course, myself.
And another penalty flag on the play. This time it's against the Reed Raiders.
So this time it goes against the Raiders. So 5 steps back, 5 steps forward, and now we're back to 2nd and 5 for the Hawaii team, Eva Beach. And again, I'm a fan of the game. I'm a fan of the underdog. Right now they're losing. I would love to see Eva Beach punch one in and get 6 points here. I think it would be great for the tournament, great for this game, great for the kids' morale. Up the middle, and he's still moving. And it looked like Chargaloff again.
Once again, he's getting another Hammerheads first down.
So Chance Chargaloff has really put this offense on his back and has decided, look, we are going to get 6 points if I have to run it every single play. And that is taking nothing away from the other Hammerheads. He just happens to be the guy they can't stop right now.
Against the Hammerheads, that's a 5-yard penalty, bringing up first down and 15.
So once again, 5 yards forward, 5 yards back, 1st and 15, fresh set of downs, but you lose 5 on the penalty. So they are sounding local now. Thanks, Mr. Notorious. I appreciate that. So they get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Once again brought down by Adrian Herrera.
So Herrera brings down Chargaloff, but not before he picks up 5 more. So without the penalties, Chargaloff would have already had them in the end zone just on the sheer amount of yards that he's had on this possession. 23 has the ball up the middle. He's finding his way. He's dragging him all the way down inside the 5.
A.J. Latua on
Latua
the middle.
Back to work.
Down by the Raiders defense. That is going to bring up 3rd down and what looks like 1 for the Hammerheads.
So Latua, and they're just going to try to bully their way in, and that's not going to work. And that's going to bring up.
On the carry this time, he's brought down by Charlie Bloomfield. No gain on the play.
So here's the thing.
That brings up 4th down and 1.
So they only need 1 yard for a first down, and that would give them a fresh set of downs and only needing 1 yard to the end zone. So you'd like to see him at least pick up that 1 yard right here. Latua's going to push up the middle.
A.J. Latua on the carry up the middle. It's going to be close.
But I think they're going to get the first down. And if they pick up the first down here, they now have 4 chances to punch it in. And they do pick up the first down, so it is 1st and goal.
Goal for the Hammerheads.
So 4 shots at the end zone, and you've got A.J. Latua. You've got all these guys on this team. I don't know if Ganneron is back out there right now, but Chargaloff has been really leading this drive, so you've got a bunch of guys.
Latua was hit in the backfield, I believe, by 90.
So Latua goes down in the backfield. He'll lose about 4 yards.
On the carry, brought down in the backfield by Charlie Bloomfield of the
got to believe at this point, even the Reed Raider fans,
By the Hammerheads.
I think even the Reed Raider fans at this point are probably cheering for these guys to get into the end zone with just 4 minutes, 53 seconds left to play. After these big runs by Chargaloff and Latua, and now they're inside the 5-yard line. They've got a few downs, and I got to believe that even the Reed Raider fans want to see these kids get some points on the board. But the story of the day is that the Reed Raiders are just under 5 minutes away from probably being the 2021 Cali Bowl 13U champions and taking home those championship rings. And, of course, the Hammerheads are still trying to play spoiler. Not a lot of time to work with on the clock, but a good chance of getting some points up here. I said that some of the Reed Raider fans might want him to score, but I don't know. Alani Manu doesn't seem like she wants him to score, neither does Letty. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just me. Maybe that's just my house. So second and goal from the 4, and it's Chance Chargaloff. And the Reed Raiders defense is all of a sudden stuffing everything.
Maybe gets a yard on the play. That is going to bring up third down for the Hammerheads.
So the Hammerheads will have 2 more shots at it. After getting backed up, Latua getting brought down in the backfield, they were at the 1-yard line. They're now at the 4.
We have an official timeout.
So timeout, official timeout. And that's going to give.
Landon Blue limps off the field.
So unfortunately, number 49, Blue, looks like he's got, not injured, but probably hurt. Just a little stinger maybe. He's going to walk it off. He's all right. Clock continues to run, 4 minutes, 25 seconds. 2 shots at the end zone now for the Hammerheads. And he's going to get it. Touchdown, Hammerheads. Eva Beach is on the board. And that was a great run up the middle. And I got to give it to Eva Beach.
Latua with the touchdown, Hammerheads.
They did not give up. Chargaloff, Latua led them down the field along with their quarterback. They charged up the field. They went back a little bit, went forward, went back, went forward, and they found their way into the end zone. And I believe that's really good for the game. And shout out to Eva Beach, who came all the way from Hawaii, and they just put some points on the board against arguably one of the best teams in this tournament. So really good victory there for the Hammerheads. So they'll stop the extra point.
The extra point attempt is no good thanks to the defense of the Reed Raiders. With 4 minutes and 18 seconds left in this championship game, the score is now 23-6 in favor of the Reed Raiders.
So the Reed Raiders still lead by a wide margin with 4 minutes left to play, 4 minutes, 18 seconds, and they will take over. But a nice big small win there, actually a nice small win, a nice battle win, not the war but the battle, as the Hammerheads are able to drive it up the field and score. And there's still 4 minutes left, and they still have some timeouts. If they can get the ball back, this might be a football game again. And the Raiders did a great job, on defense there. Mr. Notorious pointing that out. I mean, they did everything they could to try to stop those guys from getting into the end zone, but Chargaloff and Latua said, look, I didn't come all the way from Hawaii to not score any touchdowns, so give me the ball. So Eva Beach will now kick off to the Reed Raiders. Big man coming onto the field. I like that, Alani Manu. She said, all right, good job, Hawaii. She was cheering for the defense, but she's happy they scored. That's nice. I like that. Good sportsmanship from the parents means good sportsmanship from the players.
Canto goes into the hands of Raymond Maveni. That brings up first down and 10 for the Reed Raiders at their own 48-yard line.
And there's a lot of Islanders on the other side of the football, too, on this Reed Raiders team. We got a lot of the same kind of names over there, the Polynesian kids. I know there's some Tongan kids on the Reed Raiders. I saw the Tongan Strong shirts. So here come the Reed Raiders. Now it's going to be up to the defense of the Hammerheads to try to keep themselves in this game. But the Reed Raiders break for another long one all the way down to the 31-yard line.
Jason Rivero on the carry, brought down by Travis Corpus. That brings up a first down and 10 for the Raiders at the 32-yard line of the Hammerheads.
Sorry, guys, I'm getting a little bit of a headache. I had to find some water here to take this aspirin. Trying to pronounce all these names is giving me a headache. I might have to sue the whole island, or at least the whole town of Eva Beach. So the Reed Raiders on the move. Fresh set of downs, 1st and 10. Ball comes out. He's going to fall on it.
Miscommunication on the handoff leads to a fumble. It is recovered by Dayton Daxon. Loss of yardage on the play, 2nd down.
I see a Bo Jackson jersey in the crowd.
And a Bobby Boucher jersey.
You're lying. That's not a Bobby Boucher jersey, is it?
Yes.
Oh, my gosh. He's wearing a Bobby Boucher jersey. You guys are wild at these youth football games. Reed Raiders, 2nd and long. Chun on the tackle, 96. The Chun boys, been hearing about them all day.
On the carry, brought down by Chun.
So one of the Chun boys in on the action there, 96. So 96 and 97, the brothers, the Chun brothers.
I think that was common.
And that's going to bring up 3rd and long with 1:58 left to play in this championship game from the Cali Bowl. Appreciate all you guys on the live stream tuning in from New Zealand, Australia, Hawaii, and he's on the run to the 10, 5, touchdown, Reed Raiders.
Jason Rivero running it into the end zone for a touchdown, Raiders.
Number 22 on the touchdown, Rivero. Thought I saw an 88 there, but it was a 22. I'm getting old. Been hitting the head a lot. I don't see numbers correctly. But I know this for numbers. The Reed Raiders now have 29, and they are looking for 32. 31, I mean. And that one was good from 50 yards.
By Romeo Valdez is once again good.
So Valdez puts another one through the uprights. That'll bring it up to 31-6 with 1.5 minutes to play. So the Reed Raiders are going to be your 2021 Cali Bowl 13U champions, but shout out to the Hawaii team, Eva Beach, for coming all the way from Hawaii and scoring on this really good Reed Raiders team. And it has been a great game, actually. You know what? Even with the score looking as lopsided as it does, I actually think that this was a very well played game by both clubs. And super proud of all these kids. They've shown nothing but great sportsmanship throughout the game. We had some arguments in the last game between the parents and the coaches and about what was going on. I didn't see any of that in this game. Just some good-spirited kids playing some football and trying to win a championship. Yeah, these guys eating all this pizza in front of me. We might have to fight.
They got 2 20-inch Mountain Mike's pepperoni pizza.
I know, and they're just sitting them right in front of me. Don't they know I like food? So the Reed Raiders will kick off again, just over 1.5 minutes to play. Hammerheads will look to try to put one more in. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram, @VoiceOfChampions. @VoiceOfChampions. Jim Cooley. And brought down, was that Ganneron?
Tristan Pacheco on the return.
Pacheco on the return.
Brought down by Cordova.
So Tristan Pacheco brought down by Cordova.
That's going to bring up first down and 10.
So 1st and 10, fresh set of downs. 1.5 minutes to work and a few timeouts, I believe. Maybe one timeout left for the Hammerheads. Clock continues to run. Super impressed by both these football teams. Reed Raiders are tough to beat. We saw their younger team get beat just before this by the Parkland Raiders, but the Parkland Raiders are basically an NFL team. There's the snap. Up the sideline, and he's going to bring it again. Is that Chargaloff, number 73?
Travis Corpuz on the carry.
Oh, Corpuz on the carry, so they're bringing another guy into it. Number 12.
Out to the 34-yard line. Timeout taken by the Hammerheads.
And I think that might be their last timeout. I wasn't keeping very good track, but I'm almost positive that was their third timeout. So they might have 1-2 more shots at it depending on what they do.
As the game starts to wind down, the California Bowl does ask that when you leave the stadium today, if you could please kindly pick up any and all trash that may be left next to you, and please place it in the closest garbage receptacle. As the California Bowl and the Yuba City Honkers try to keep their community clean. After this game, we have another championship game. I believe it's the 8U championship game.
Guadalupe Barajas says shout out to number 85, Romeo Valdez of the Reed Raiders. And Valdez is the man who's been kicking it through the uprights, I believe.
For the games today, we are not charging you to watch those games. They're absolutely free.
So depending on if they choose to pass or run and whether or not I'm correct on my math with how many timeouts they have left, they're going to get about 1 to 3 shots at this depending on how they choose to play it. And they're going to pass this one. And it's caught. So now we're going to find out if they have any more timeouts. And they do. Oh, they do not. So it doesn't look like they have a timeout. Will they spike the ball? Will they go for a play? 30 seconds left to play. The Hammerheads want to get down the field. Nobody to throw to. Flag down. This might be a free play. It's intercepted. Intercepted by number 11. He's off to the races. He's going to score. It's all going to come down. Oh, he's not going to score. Brought down around the 6-yard line. But there is a flag down on the play. So we got to see what this flag is.
However, there is a penalty flag on the play at the 45-yard line.
Exactly, Art Williamson. That's what I was saying. The score doesn't really reflect how good the game was. I think that Eva Beach did a great job against the Reed Raiders. So that's going to go against the Raiders. So I knew they had a free play there. It looked like the flag was going down on the side of the Reed Raiders, so the interception wasn't as big of a deal. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty, and that's also going to stop the clock and give them a chance to run another play here. So a lot of things happened there, a lot of moving parts in that last play. Art Williamson, you're right. Definitely Eva put on a better show than the score reflects. Like you said, a few little missed opportunities, a few little mistakes here and there, but it was a great game all around. Good showing for Eva Beach coming in second place in the Cali Bowl. He's going to go deep, and now it's going to get picked off, and this one's going to end the game.
The pass from Nui is once again intercepted. This time it was Miguel Sargosa Jr.
And that is going to end the game. Your 2021 Cali Bowl champions from Reno, Nevada, the Reed Raiders. Guys, thanks for joining us. All you guys from Hawaii, New Zealand, Australia, all my Polynesian friends, all my Samoan friends, Talofa. Thank you for stopping by. Jim Cooley, the voice of champions. Congratulations to the Reed Raiders. Safe trip home for the Hawaii team to Eva Beach. Thanks, you guys, for tuning in. We got more championship football coming your way. Stick around the channel.
Eva Beach Hammerheads all the way from Oahu, Hawaii. California Bowl here at Yuba City High School. We still have a couple more games to happen today. So if you want to stick around and watch the championship football here at the California Bowl, you can. Are we good?